Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon from here. Omo Chineke. You are highly welcome to our today's broadcast right here from. We are broadcasting from two platforms right now, but I don't know how far the other one will be. I am talking about Ipob Evangelist MaziMaduabuchi. Yes, that is, I am broadcasting from there, my Facebook page. I am also broadcasting from the Biafran Times, London. Under Ipob, we are live in these very two platforms. I am back. For some days now, I have not been back. But I have got, somebody's asking, can I ask, sir? Ask. Comedian Johnny asking from the Biafran Times. Ask. What do you want to ask? Talk. I want to hear. I want to proceed. I am just starting. Come up with what you want to say. We are here. I have not been live for some days. We must proceed to propagate this very gospel of redemption, gospel of truth, gospel of freedom. The enemies are rising, but they don't know that we have stood tall before their arrival. Our Creator have accept your call on what? If you go on that very what call? What do you mean? Did I give you a number? Did I do anything? I will block you. You say you are comedian Johnny. Don't ever try that rubbish here. I'm not here for that. Do you think we are playing street ball? That everybody can come and join. I am not playing street ball. Hey, you can make your own set. Hey, this is my set. Hey, this man, they have scored you. This is not what I'm here for. I am the fearless Ipob evangelist in Biafra land. You are talking about video. I am live. You are calling me rubbish. Immediately I come online, say call. I will block you. I don't care whether you are Emmanuel Okano senior you. Direct. I don't care. That's not what I'm here for. I just come here to preach the gospel. You say you want to be calling. Don't you know Radio Biafra? Go to Radio Biafra and call in. Are you not aware of Radio Biafra? Or is this an emergency line of Ipob? Is this, am I here with a, what is it called? Inquiry line of Ipob. I just come online, not even 2 seconds, and say I want to call him. Call him for what? We move. Thank you. I'm a Chandia here. They are gathering in the north. And they thought that this very war be fought in the Biafra land is impossible. We planned the war, they did not plan it for us. They were selling oil, trying to get oil in Bauchi, trying to, while Ipob was doing it and they call us miscreant. This very time they are rising. Hey, Ipob is prescribed. This is rubbish. We don't care. We have seen the prescription, but you cannot make us terrorists. It's impossible. Madly, everybody die. You know it. Everybody will die. This land is also under curse already, which is ever ready to swallow anybody. It's under curse. MaziMaduabuchi was sitting on the judgment seat cursing Nigeria. As Elijah was cursing, laying curse on that very land, that there will be no rain nor dew. For 3 years and 6 months, our leader said it will never be well with the zoo. It can never hold. The north will suffer. It is happening. That is our weapons. Some people are asking us our gun. We have destroyed the zoo. Whatever you are doing is rubbish. A destroyed nation expired and we caught it in time. We catch them in time. We did not allow them. It expired 2014. We didn't give a gap. Which gap? To rubbish something called Nigeria. British is suffering. They are suffering. The shock Ipob got when we got the news of their conspiracy of kidnapping of our leader. This is the same shock that Kaduna Line is facing today. You cannot make Ipob try. It's impossible. You can only be trying to play your British. Now you're meeting with the Attorney General. Have you not surfaced? Kaduna Line Your rubbish meeting with the Northerners, have you not surfaced? Have you not seen IPOB response? What are you now talking now? Nonsense. We have come to die to restore Biafra. Just the grace of God that we are living. I'm still living in Biafra land. Who even thought that I would be alive today? I preached Biafra for how many years here in Biafra land? And somebody is talking about, hey, IPOB prescribed. You are joking. I am here to die. You are talking about prescription. Prescription you wrote on a paper while we are here, already to die. For you to kill us, and they still allow us to be going around and telling us a prescription, prescribe that we had 2017. What have you done? What have you done? Nonsense. You are Vanguard, vagabond. You are all this rubbish, Vanguard, vagabond. Do you know that Vanguard have forgotten that there was a time on Radio Biafra, this is IPOB leadership, we stopped the distribution of Vanguard newspaper by any Biafran in the whole of Nigeria, whether in the north, whether in the west, whether in Biafran, no distribution. Any Biafra we caught distributing or anything, selling or patronizing Vanguard, will see him as Sabo. Vanguard, have you forgotten? Or do you think we forgot? Those things are part of the weapons of IPOB. We will still land on all of you. We will land on all of you. This is the battle we understood. And we lay the very ground. You cannot jump into it and win us. We lay the ground. Have you ever seen Igbo man lock down his shop before? Have you ever seen, I just use Igbo man as the people you can use as example for business, right, in Biafra, right? I ask you, have you ever seen us lock our shop? Do you know that we don't even, 3 o'clock, we are even angry that you have not gone to shop, 3 a.m. But today we lock down our shop with joy. And even sit at home, be eating our money. And you think you can confront us in this very age, this very time, this century? It's impossible. Who are you to challenge us when we have determined to die? Do we have oil well? Are we? Tell us what will make us to go down. What are we occupying? What are we occupying? Somebody say, British said they gave you asylum. My brokers is there. Rubbish. Asylum for what? So that you come and occupy our land. Right? We'll live here and be jumping to UK. Isn't it? Your asylum is like the same thing Nelly of Ebu told China Saworu. Abandon DOS. Let us use the name of ESN and the pilot the affairs. And let Simon be our spokesperson. Two of them cannot stay together. Look at the people that want to convince us. Hey, I'd abandon DAS. I'd abandon DAS. So that after 2 months, Simon will name himself ESN, and they will push China Saworu away. And the idiot will be dancing. So people holding gun in the bush is the name you want to replace IPOB leadership. People that have gun in the bush. So you want to destroy the leadership, IPOB complete. You want to destroy them. How can we champion the release of our leader with people that have gun, that we are launched special in the bush, not in the township? They have nothing to do with the case of our leader. It's abandoned DRS. Let us see. Have you not? I told you that was their plan. Abandon DRS. Now, did you see? Within some time, they changed their name to ESN. They exactly what they wanted to do to Chinasa. Had he done it, that's how they would do to him. They will push him away. He's telling my name, my grandfather. He named me Nchoko. We move. Who is this idiot? He said he's comedian. What is he talking? I am not here for dancing. No. I am not on cultural dance. Our leader did not give us coconut rice before we joined. And this is my own. So when I go inside the market preaching Biafra, why is it that you don't come there and ask us to address people well? But you hang up, you'll be drinking, enjoying yourself. I go everywhere, preach Biafra. I'm here to preach Biafra, which you were not trained on this very level, I'm telling you. You were not trained. You are media. We ask our leader a question direct, face to face. That's how we were prepared for this very time, so that I will be here and tell you what you don't know. Not on media, sitting face to face. We ask a question, he responded to us. Not the first, not second. You don't know how we handle the IPOB issue. You know, plan. Are you not dancing on our plan? Nigeria is dancing on our plan. He asked us, which way? They are dancing on our plan. We lay the ground in Anokwa Beke. We lay the ground and they are following us. British is following us. Completing Hasa in Azaga in our name. In I say plan again. Come on na UK, Netrimbu, Asylum. You know what? In the support time, we need the violence to take action. You cannot be even to defend only asylum. Propaganda Nigerian media that an IPOB prescribe, UK prescribe them. Lie, you have shaken. Talk more of Mbiji and IPOB to disturb an election. Can you defend it? Here, we told you earlier. The idiots. Hey, then let us say, where they can say Monday sit at home. Have you seen it now? Have it not surfaced? Have you not? Can you defend it? Come on, one, no. They wanted to give the press release. America will give, UK will give, other people will give, UN will give. They will give press release. Also, you will not agree in the YPOB also. I'm all here. They take action. Hey, what is our plan? UK common statement. Can you defend it? Only IPOB is defending it. It's an timbu here. I file waga even there was a file. I go to I will timbu. The rate of why you test Agaya. Mono Hagalo Jogo. UK is aware. Why is it Nigeria up? Why had you potential now? Because I had the fit to go infiltrate or Simon Eber. That's why they now come up with their plan complete. Whether it is working or not working, they must implement it. That's what Nigeria is doing with the Kaduna line. Why are they meeting after defeating infiltrators? Why did the Kaduna line meet with them? I told you they have no weapon than the infiltrators. They have no weapon than the infiltrators. Our plan is to hold them down. We don't count on date. You are counting on 2023. It's not our business. We are not here for date. We are not in an event. We are in a journey, not in an event. This is time to serve people. We are not in an event anyway program. We don't have program there. It is a journey. We will report to home. We will plan on how to pass there. We will plan on how to cross there. With the snow that you also will plan on how to break it. That is the journey. Is a criminal and a thief. You have not been on that road before. It's a strange road. And we follow the instruction of our creator who directs us. Moses have no address. The same thing within Namdekano. The direction of Chukwu Abiyama was leading Moses. Every back on your aquanua, aquatango, Otuaka IPOB. Every back aquasango, Gina say, Kagawa, your S. Tereni, Kaishan Dirori, Chereka Chireke, while you win a giri. In a dry plan, the plan on with the Chireke. Ghana Chireke plan IPOB. Moses have no plan, Chireke Siagawa. In your mount, I cannot go also. The same thing happened to IPOB, but this guy in also. Did you not know that Aaron and on IPOB leadership? Do you think we have Aaron that will support you to worship another God? Aaron Abage? There is no Aaron that we don't succumb to pressure. Actually, if that's your business, we don't give you a commission to do so. How far? How are they with autopilot and they do? It happened to this Israelite over 23,000 daburu. No mercy. You destroy something. Let the resort to UK and Amalielu. How dodge the Nakoko? They want to see our reaction. Forget their press release. Forget they want to know our reaction. Our reaction now and the pressure from IPOB as our leader prepared on. That's why I had another statement. That's why UK they have something in mind. They planned it with the Nigeria government, but we pressure them. But they were focus. How did you tell us to focus on the news? So, had we not focused? Hey, they are focusing on someone else. But how do we contact them? Ndara. Mad people. I'm a child here. Then you know. Thank you. Let us pray. It is in the code of conduct of Radio Biafra. Prayer. Simon Eber doesn't pray. He rejected the code of conduct, but he accepted the terms and conditions of Facebook, and he created a Facebook account. But if the voice of the people, you don't agree on the terms and conditions, right? Which is code of conduct of radio, you must pray. Simon doesn't pray. His prayer is good morning, good morning, good morning. You must pray in the name of Chukwu Abiyama. That's how our leader lays the foundation. I met somebody here. He said, no, we don't give order on Radio Biafra. Only the leadership of IPOB can give order. And Simon want to be giving order. Only our leader can be on radio and give order. Or Uchemefo, when there was deputy. Apart from that, no Radio Biafra anchorer or broadcaster will give order. That is the code of conduct guiding it. So that any order we give, we can defend it. It will be discussed in the leadership. Oh, ya ka director ji gwa Madubugu nwoke mmechi ọnụ mgbe ha na-aba mba na court against secret trial. Madubugu tinyere ọnụ, director say nwoke mmechi ọnụ. He want to say what he can defend. Not that Madubugu amaghị ihe, not that ihe ọ na-ekwu awa ọkụ but also one central command. Mgbe ọ ga-awa ịchọ anyị niile defend ofu. Ọwụ na-emaghị ihe. Nwoke mmechi ọnụ, Madubugu emechi ọnụ, director abawa. Ọ ma ihe ọ na-aba, he's guiding it. Ọ na-aba ya na-guide ya. We move. Thank you. No, anybody able to criminal will Nigerian youth. Right? They are Nigerian youth. They cannot stand the shooting. But we were in National High School about when the shooting took place. Today we are still showing up. We are in Ipob. We still show up. But common Nigerian youth, I be criminal because we defeated them. Lorito Nocha is on their neck. They were all called to support Simon Eba. All those failures of SARS that resulted to the killings of IPOB in Obibo. They are now their supporters. We have defeated them. We have defeated them. Today, shut up. Idiot, do you have arguments? We are IPOB. We are here for argument. Do you have something tangible to present? I will destroy it within 10 minutes. I will deal with it. Argument. Present it now. The man at the I'm not Finland. I am here on ground. Go to your Facebook and search for me. Fearless Ipob Evangelist. MaziMaduabuchi. You see me now. Now, now marketing on a state here. Now, thief. Can you do it with the microphone? I don't know. We move. Thank you. We move. Even a director on your phone. And you could be able to use your camera. I know on a media. Get who face him, madam. Maro to face the ad. Marama the ugly. But all I am on here, you will not look my face. Emoting what you say, Nade. Do you know how we want Nade? You don't know. Him out there, our hero. Did they show baby face? I don't know about it. It's okay, baby face. It's like a bog. It's okay. It's not go see you because I have because I have the phone in a link, in a tape pancake. I told them my face is more brutal. I confront the enemy with it. Mad idiots. It's not a web tremor. Ndị IPOB aga competition ka iji egwu arụ na agba gị ịma na isi m juru na awụfu mad people. We move. Ndara. Hey, look at your face. Your face, you're hungry because you know how many times I starve Biafra soldiers 1968. Direct on your own phone. I be an honor meeting IPOB in anger. They guys take action. I'm idiots. Oh, I don't know here. You look at a time. Oh, forgive me. I have repented. We will court-martial you and kill you. Who give you that chance? What we have now is time of expelling and suspension in anger. I want to know that very time of war. I have repented. We will respond to you with the gun. We will court-martial you, not opinion case. Who will even sit an opinion case for you? Oh, yeah, the opinion. Court-martial and you die as a soldier. I'm all here. Mad people. And make sure here you know. We must pray. Thank you, Zudo. Thank you, Zemeri. Thank you, Zamara. Thank you, Zehonanya. You're the guy. In a dear IPOB to get more. On a much time, I'm the Kanuku. Also, as we proceed, that Chukwu Kikabiama in heaven presides over every of our proceedings. Every. And since then, we have been seeing it. Ojukwu started with 3,500 soldiers. But after the very sixth genocide, as they concluded that it ended 1970, which didn't end, Over 30,000 Biafran soldiers shot themselves to death in the bushes, saying that they can never be Nigeria. All these things are your grace. And reconciliation, rehabilitation, and the reconstruction. Foundation. Because Nwachukwu na alụ ọ dịrị easy inwe ndị ọ ga-agada na Hong Kong, ọ dịrị easy inwe Biafra si ga-agada na Germany, ọ dịrị easy inwe ndị ga-serve letter to the UK government, to US government, ọ dịrị easy onye ga-enye Indian government akwụkwọ, ọ dịrị easy ndị ga-protest na Russia, ọ dịrị easy. Nwachukwu was hanging, shot down everywhere. The only message the world receives was the diplomacy of the British, which was lies against us. But today, you have planted us all over the world. We can protest in France and submit later. Our petitions are always on the table before the arrival of the British petitions. That is to say, your grace is much on us. We will ever honor you. Ọkwage plantere ha, ụfọdụ rere shop ha, ụfọdụ rere ala ha, ụfọdụ mpe ya rere ala, ụfọdụ jikwa ego mmadụ, ụfọdụ rere moto mmadụ. Anyị ọmakwa nnọọ ịga kwado ọgụ. Today ha na-alụrụ anyị ọgụ. Ha na-asafụ akwụkwọ na mba dị iche iche n'ụwa niile. Ha na-protest ebe niile. Kedu otu ọ ga-adị anyị na anyị chọrọ ịga Germany na anyị echi ebe agbawa plane gawa protest? Anyị oji ego eji eme akwụkwọ ya. Anyị ọmaghị n'oge ahụhụ ka iji kwado ụmụ anyị. Ha nọcha na mba dị iche iche na-echere na-alụ ọgụ. Ndị mmadụ na-asị anyị gosi action. Nwachukwu nyere akwụkwọ to Germany. Nwachukwu protest na German embassy. But today anyị na-protest. Ndị mmadụ na-ajụ anyị action. Chukwu abịa m ekele dịrị gị. Imeela ezi ụdọ ọgwụ gị anyị kwadoro ya. Ịkwadoro ya ịsa amara, ịkwadoro ya ọfụma, ịkwadoro ya nke ukwuu. Anyị anaghị ama jijiji. Anyị mara ndị iro anyị na-akụsa ngwa ahịa ha bụ ala Biafra, Britain, na ha na-agbasi mbọ ike ka ha chedo ọba ahịa ha. Bata anyị ajụgonu na ya ga-abụzikwa ohu. Nara ekele, nara otuto maka ụdị obi i nyere anyị. Ọ dịghị ọgbọ dị otu anyị na-ahụla. Ọgbọ na-eji ya egbe na confront army with empty handed na-ayọ amị gbagbuo ha. Onye dị ka ga-ezu udo. Ọkwa gị tinyere ụmụ ndị a n'ime afọ nne, kwado ha. Ọkwa gị tinye ha n'afọ nne, kwado ha maka ugbe dị otu a. Nara ekele na anyị nọ all angles. Information ọ bụla anyị chọrọ na-abịa, ihe awụ ọrụ aka gị ịplantara anyị ebe niile. Ka ị na-plant ndị ga-enyere anyị aka, ka ị na-plantkwa ndị iro. Ndị iro a na-eme ka ike itinye n'ime anyị nwee ike pụta ihe. Ndị iro a na-eme ka amamihe nyere anyị nwee ike pụta ihe. Nara ekele maka Nnamdi Kanu, nara otuto, nara ọjịja mma, na mbuli elu. Imeela ezi udo. Anyị mana offering Nnamdi Kanu wụ the key and date for Biafra referendum. Ọ dịrị ndị iro izi. Ha matago na ụzọ agaghị. Anyị mana ịgwago ha okwu n'ụzọ dị iche iche. Kama na ọkwa gị mechiri obi Fero. Ezudo nara ekele. Kama anyị na-ayọ gị n'imechi obi Fero awụkwa n'ebe free Nnamdi Kanu nọ. Maka na 1000 years dịka a day n'anya gị. But 2 days dịka 14 years n'anya ndị Ipob. Anyị bụ mmadụ, anyị abụrụ ọchị. We run out of patience. We are not God. You can endure, but we cannot endure. Nyere anyị aka, tọọ ya na-agbụ a. Tọọ ya na-agbụ ezi udo. O nwere ihe ọzọ iji apọnishi Nigeria, were ihe ọzọ pọnishi aha, ọwụ Nnamdi Kanu nọ na detention. Nara ekele n'ihi na anyị mana ị ga-eme ya. Ọ ma na ị na-aza ya ekpere. Ọ bụ ya mere iji kpughere ya maka ọnọdụ a. O kwe ya agwa anyị. Sọsọ ihe ọ gwara anyị bụ anyị gụwa Sam, kpewe Sam. Maka ọ bụrụ na ọ gwara anyị anyị kara ikpegide ya, and ị ga-aza ya, njem a ga-adị otu a, and anyị kara ịnọ n'agha taa. Nara ekele otu isi tachie ya obi ọgwa anyị. Narakwa otuto na otu anyị na-ekpekwa maka otu ahụ o bu n'obi na anyị ga-aza ekpere anyị ma anyị yọọ gị ka ị hapụ ime ka ejide ya. Otu a ka anyị kwenyekwara na anyị yọkwa gị ka imekwa ka hapụ ya na ị ga-eme ka hapụ ya. Nara ekele n'ihi na anyị ma na ị ga-eme ka hapụ ya. Ịlago Naijiria n'iyi na njide ejidere ya, tọọ ya na-agbụ n'ihi na ịbụ chi. N'aha gị, chi, ukwu, okike, abịa, amara, mkpụrụ, ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise. Thank you. I met somebody here. Katrina, did we not tell you? If you like, you can meet whose person again are you going to meet? I want to know now. Which people are you going to have meeting with? Ipob, a monster, unstoppable, very well prepared. Can you die? Katrina, can you die for the British? Can you die? But I'm ready to die here now for Biafra. So how can you defeat us? Katrina, can you die for the British? Okay, ask the Northerners. Ask those people you are discussing with, having meeting with. Can they die for Nigeria? Just it's a simple question. That is when you know people you can defeat. As I'm here now, I'm in Biafra land. I am here to die for Biafra. Then I ask you, can you die for Britain? Not even Nigeria. Can you die? You cannot die. Then how do you meet with the northern, all these northern idiots, and you think you will defeat us with your discussion with them? When the people you call elders, you recruited, you wrote their name. You know, you appoint the leaders from the eastern region. The current leaders, Kaduna Line, did you not appoint them? Even governors, you decide governors before the announcement of election. Kaduna Line, is it lie? Then I ask you, those people you planted there, can they control us? The answer is no. Talk more of northerners. You are dreaming. You see Malami, you see you and the Malami. That is the end of you. You see, that's your end. IPOB is here to destroy any evil. If you are as you are among the evil, we destroy you. With the truth and the honesty, we don't, do we have AK-47? We don't have rocket launcher. We don't have GBNG. We don't have. Our ESN, the bushes, they are using local made gun. Nigeria have investigated all over the world from arm dealers. They did not see a single place that IPOB purchased arm. So, what is all this meeting for? Nonsense. People that cannot die for Nigeria is meeting to stop people that can die for Biafra. Is it not dream? Is it not dream? Malami, are you not dreaming to be governor? Then how do you confront people that have not dreamed for any position in life? Can you confront us? Can you confront Nnamdi Kanu? Do you know why I see that Nigerians are fools? Do you know? Nnamdi Kanu said that your president is dead. And they have forensic evidences. And he gave you some things to check. No, you said he's in abroad. He's lying. How can he say so? For how many months Nnamdi Kanu is here? Have you persuaded your president, if you are not idiots, if anybody in the Nigeria is not a zoo, is not an ape, or what do I call them? Okay, our leader say a baboon or monkey. Choose one. You must choose one. Why is it that you have not forced your government to stop trying Nnamdi Kanu, to defeat Nnamdi Kanu on a level ground? What is the level ground? He promised to drop Biafra agitation and submit himself for life jail. If proved that Buhari is alive, what are you wasting your time? Why is Kaduna Line gathering? Why is Kaduna Line susuing? Stupidly. Why is Kaduna Line talking rubbish? Why are they still gathering? Why are you gathering? The level ground is there. Led by Nnamdi Kanu. He is there with you. He's not in UK. He's not in abroad. He's there. Confront him. Confront Buhari. If you are alive, go and meet Nnamdi Kanu. Let him prove before the National Assembly. It is to settle a matter in Nigeria. If you want to settle matter, it is a very simple something. It's not a risk. Take Nnamdi Kanu to the National Assembly so that there will be witnesses there. Or take him to the Senate. There will be witnesses there. Then let him provide his evidences that Buhari is dead. Very simple. And you are talking rubbish. We amended charge. He will face his case in trial. Buhari is dead. Nigerians, tell Buhari to confront Nnamdi Kanu so that this thing will stop. If you think you can stop Biafra, tell him go and prove that he's alive before Nnamdi Kanu. He's in Nigeria. Stop the rubbish. Amendment of charges is rubbish. Meeting with the what is it called? This uncircumcised northerners. Kaduna, you are joking. We are here to die. You cannot die. Can you die for Nigeria? Then you are dreaming. Smarter, you go back to where you came from. We are here. We don't count on this. We don't count on years. We will fight. We will fight as we are fighting. You are counting on 2023. You are dreaming. We don't have date. Our date is Biafra to come. So only a fool will be checking date. Hey, it is not. Our leader was spent December. Hey, our leader. Since 1970 to the year 2000, did anybody speak for you? What does God say, son? Jesus in a child big. Oh, my no. Mad people. You can't be illegal. Okay, Biafra, does God says, I am. Do you think it's easy to take over our land? You might not take over our land. I know Nigeria now log security of our bushes. Kiche in my home. 2020 Biafra, and that is the coming of Biafra. We have never gotten a security outfit controlled by ourselves in our land since then till now. British don't allow us even to be held in Nigerian security. We now have our own. That was the coming of Biafra, December 2020. Our leader was laughing at them when we secure our boundaries. That was the coming of Biafra. All this thing we are doing now is finishing. That was when Fulani rose from their sleep. Immediately they saw the launching of ESN. That was the coming of Biafra. Simple. You agree? He said he will restore Biafra in 2020. You're a fool. You're an idiot. Have we gotten a security before? That Nigerian government will try to confront and cannot defeat them. Then which Biafra again do you need? You want to secure your land, isn't it? And take good care of yourself. Security is it not number one of the freedom? Is it not part of freedom? Thank you. We move. Coming of Biafra. Director Kuriana Giri. Can you finish in Kano in a machari? I know arrest is coming. You can arrest me, you cannot kill me. I'm the Kano Baragia. Hey, he betrayed your brother. He escaped so that they will kill him. He will replace him. Within some days, some months, you now say, hey, now they cannot die in Kenya with the Biafra. Smarter, you say again, we are fighting for Namdekano to be free. The same woman is talking. You are fighting for it too. Namdekano die in Kenya. Cannot want to replace his brother. All this certain confusion, you dance here, you dance here. Today you are fighting for free Namdekano. The one that died, and it's Simon ever said, I will continue to work with Nelly of Ebu. Nelly that is fighting for you. You will now work with him. But IPOB don't work with expelled members. Talk more of somebody that have another ideology. You will work with her to support you to get Biafra or for you to support her to get Idu. I want to know, how can somebody with different ideology give you good ideology on your own? So Nelly will give you an idea to get Biafra when she chooses it to. And he said you'll be working with her because you're a fool and an idiot. An idiot. Somebody that said our leader is dead. With the Biafra in Kenya. Now you say you will continue to work with her. To achieve what? To free Namdekano. That the person you are working with said died in Kenya. Are you not a fool, Simon? Aaron Abagi. IPOB. No one in the Buhari to Aaron Abagi. First thing in IPOB leadership will mentally equipped. We will know those that are men when time comes. That is men that can understand. Mentally equipped. Not in a machine, is safe for that's what our leader was not talking. That's not what he was talking. Hasn't the army here back at Jimera. When is about neutralize the army? Only information you get with the gas and call. Are you aware? Only weak point you get with the own army news organ. We are the weak to shoot. Don't you know? This is the war we fight. Only news our army not with the you are the weak to shoot. You are not waking on in war. Only news you get with the call that. Oh, we call it as he keep in a bed. That's what IPOB is doing. If you don't know it, you know it. Do you know what it means banning cow? You ban cow, you divide Nigeria. Don't you know that Namdekan is in detention, they ban cow? Then it is in the program. The program is Restore Biafra. Namdekano was not kidnapped because of freeing Namdekano. He was kidnapped because of restoring Biafra. Then IPOB leadership is still implementing those things that leads to restoring Biafra. Nigerian national anthem is a monk. Right? National flag is a monk. Fulani cow is a monk. They never keep anyone aside and say we are fighting only free Namdekano. No, they continue on the agenda. They continue on the project because free Namdekano is emergency key given to us that lead us to that very place. But we must guide it with intelligence. If you make mistake, all our sufferings for long will go for nothing. It was provided to us by God. Then we must listen to God to handle the issue of Namdekano. The only key you can use to destroy Britain. You don't only any opportunity you can wait to destroy Britain. If not a notable, that is an influenced citizen of the British, they will abandon him. That is the only thing you can use to destroy Britain. Nnamdi Kanu is popular. A British citizen, the world is watching. They are destroying their citizenship. British thought they are dealing with Nigeria, they are suffering. No, the citizenship card of Britain will become useless. And that is the work of Nnamdi Kanu, to destroy Britain. Their citizenship, this is their passport. Ipob with Nnamdi Kanu case will destroy it. It will be valueless before the world. That's our duty. To protect Nnamdi Kanu, to fight this very battle. He told us he will be at the front and fight. Nnamdi Kanu gbara egbe ha jide. Ọ brave ka ọ bụ. Ndala. We move. I mecha ndị a ihe. Thank you. We deal with them. Gathering in vain. That's why when they say, one idiot said in a comment section, hey, young Nnamdi Kanu is begging for food. I asked him, he's begging for food in DSS. I asked the idiot, are you a Christian or Muslim? He said he's a Christian. I said, okay. But Jesus was begging for water. They gave him, what did they give to him? He was looking at him. I said, you're a fool. But he's your Lord today. You're an idiot. You're a stupid idiot. He's begging for food. Who told you he begged for food? He protested. The same thing the prophets did. They always protest against the evils of the government. Nnamdi Kanu protested. He didn't beg. It is called protest, a civil protest. There are ones he kept by himself. There are things, that is his weapon. That's why some idiot, when Ipob is guiding this very case of our leader, so that our leader will bring out all his weapons that is with him. He don't need extra weapon. The weapons Nnamdi Kanu need is with him. Do you know the first one he threw out? Do you know? Nnamdi Kanu gave. Do you know that there was a time he asked the barrister to publish the violation of his fundamental human rights by Nigerian DSS? Now, when it was published on November 2021, what was the result? The result was that an emergency date of court was provided for our leader on the 2nd of December. And again, affected the previous date of court that was fixed 19th and 20th of January. They now returned the one of 19th to 18th of January. Because he allowed them to do with their rubbish. He allowed them to pick adjournment before he will protest. Because we knew that they are going to pick adjournment this January 2022. So that he will spend experts there, right? Without any achievement. But now, our leader protested. Where did he protest through from? From the lawyers. Right? They publish it. Then the idiot say, I told you, our leader was not eating. Our leader is not dying. He's dying. He protested. He threw it out. It was a pull-out, like a defender. It was a pull-out to the Ipob family members, the Ipob strikers, that is media warriors, who knows how to make use of that very protest from the leader of indigenous people, right from detention. Our duty is to let the whole world know what is happening, not to start returning it on Ipob leadership and blaming them. The other phone. I make my calls. Before middle program to keep you awake and mark you out of the field. On the same matter. Why did I call you first? We move. I mentioned here, then they will know. Thank you, my brother. I'm broadcasting from two platforms. This one is bubbling, this one is bubbling. Okay, we are dealing with them. So now, when our leader protested, the date of court was, they gave him date of court. What did he secure on that very 2nd of December date of court? The violation of his fundamental human rights, that is by DSS, there was rulings on his favor by Bin Tanyako. Though the ruling of the court, that is the court order, may be disobeyed by DSS, not our business. Our business is the pronouncement of the church. Forget the rest for us. We know they will disobey. But we pick it and use it for what we are using it for. There are things we use it for. We don't just go back and start dancing. There are petitions we wrote against Nigeria in the world. So any court ruling, we use it and file and support our petitions. The same thing we are doing with Umuahia ruling. Those countries, they told them, he jumped bail. After the Umuahia ruling, we now wrote again to the countries with this court ruling that the court say he did not jump bail. That's how we fight. You counter them first before you shoot gun. You shoot gun without countering them, proving that he did not jump bail. Why is it that they don't raise that matter again? He jumped bail. We defeated them in Umuahia. That was their weapon against our leader. Haji now shared the personnel from the world from helping us. When they come, they will tell them he jumped bail. When they come, they will tell him they jump bail. Why do you go to Kenya and kidnap him? He jumped bail. And we trash it in Umuahia. And idiot Simon ever say it was miscarriage of judgment. Check out when we secured the most needed victory in his case. The most needed in Umuahia. 4 kind rulings on our favor. He did not jump bail. He escaped as a military assassination attempt. Number 1. 2 billion naira fine. Publish on newspaper, 3 newspapers. That is apology letter. 4th one is go and reconcile with him. The issue of IPOB ended in Umuahia case. Everything we have been talking ended there. It finally destroyed the case in Abuja. And someone said miscarriage of judgment, and I look at him and say, you're a fool. I'm going to punish you when we got what we need. And Nigeria Malami have not gotten himself since then. And you want to shoot gun without clearing it in court. And who will support you? Nigerian government will now tell you that IPOB they will now plan attack on DSS facility in Abuja. When they attack it, they will tell you IPOB is violence. They have attacked a DSS facility. So we are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in a safe place. Unknown destination. They will not know, so that they will not attack. From there, they will be using Vanguard to message you about Nnamdi Kanu. Vanguard, Punch. You can't see our leader. But IPOB secured 2 times visit a week. Our leader, you are not supposed to see 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. I know 2 times in a year, in a week, in a giri. Do you know what we did? Each of them buy a Abuja. Since I can IPOB, it was a boss, a body is safe. From there, I was a memory. Anyway, memory. Okay. It was a media analysis, but then Barrister cannot meet him. Ila, someone at Chagi. I know him. Thank you. We move. I have like on that. So we proceed. The issue is free Nnamdi Kanu and give date for Biafra referendum. That is why no elder have confronted IPOB. If you confront IPOB, you ask them. You just ask them, how do you want where do you want them to participate in the referendum? You never ask. When we talk referendum, you talk 2020. Tell me a nation that is greater than referendum. And who told you we move an inch? Do you know how many people you have killed in the name of referendum? Let me tell you the pattern. That's why some people fail. Our leader say, whatever you do for Biafra to come, do it. Why did he say that it was Rike's boys are not doing it? So are they not doing it for Biafra to come? I know here. I do it now. And why do we expect people in IPOB? So those people, they are not doing it for Biafra to come. Those people that go wrong, we expect them. Why is it that the same man that told you, whatever you know, you do, Biafra to come, do it? Why is it that Nnamdi Kanu, the same Nnamdi Kanu expect people? So Uchemefo was not doing for Biafra to come. Why did he expect him? Hey, you know what you do, Biafra to come. So Wasike was not doing for Biafra to come. Why did he expose him? Ndara. So you will come and destroy our land for Biafra to come. Aranabagi. Then, why did our leader say that no elder speaks on our behalf in 2015? When the Nigerian government collaborated with the UK to be bringing some few, that is, people that does not matter from UN to come here, they will say, we meet with the Igbo elders. They said they need not leave Biafra. So when we saw the handwriting on the wall, our leader denied them. British ran away. They have sent the first one to Enugu. They did not meet us. They went and started giving report because they met criminal gang of elders. And we said we don't need them. So why didn't we leave them? Was it not for Biafra to come? Okay, why do they ask you not to go to Abuja? Okay, why is it that you don't come out to Biafra flag? Was it not Biafra to come? Come out now. You know what to do for Biafra to come. So changing your name to ESN is what you do for Biafra to come. So calling Ipob leadership criminal is what you do for Biafra to come. So telling people not to listen to Radio Biafra and listen to VOB, then it's Biafra to come. Telling people that are in charge of ESN, which you don't know, so it is the way what you do for Biafra to come. Telling you that the barrister of our leader is giving us fake report from our leader, so it was the way for Biafra to come. Telling people not to finance Ipob, and you start a holding program. Hey, we have destroyed their finance, so it was the way for Biafra to come. Okay, so telling you I will destroy Ipob leadership in February, so it was what you do for Biafra to come. I will not listen to anybody in DSS custody. So it was what you do for Biafra to come. Now if you know what you did, and Biafra to come, you are a fool. Take a walk in the throne of Oku. Oh no, she. Mad people. Hey, Biafra to come. You have your group. You now say that Ipob is faithless, but I didn't approve him. So you see, that is for Biafra to come. Okay? Our leader say, suspend this account. Shut this account down, Umweri account. Just like a business partner. I may give you a bank account for transaction. I have the right to tell you this bank is now more comfortable with me. Stop putting money there. An idiot there. I continue to put money. Our leader approved it. So our leader did not approve it before. Mad people. So our leader that said that you should not interfere in ESN, so he's different from the one that approved Umeri account. So you believe he approved Umeri account, then you don't believe that he said don't interfere in ESN issues. Do you see how foolish you are? Now you will not listen from anybody in DSS, but the other day he protested. You started to analyze him. Who protested? Nnamdi Kanu. This is third protest. Because you don't understand Ipob. You don't know when our leader shoots his own gun. His own gun is with him. His bullet is with him. AK-47, rocket launcher, GPMG. All of them is there on his head. He passed through those things. He gathered those weapons in him. From Kenya to Nigeria. And since then, he has been gathering more weapons. If he releases one, Nigeria will be in shock. Why? The previous, the one he released through his family. Do you see he does things accordingly? The first one, he protested through the lawyers. They are not giving him pillow. They are not doing this. They are not doing this. They are not doing which he had been reporting to the lawyers, and the lawyers have been putting it down one by one. Every of their visits, he used to give them one complaint. He would write it down. And then after the court ruling, after picking date of court to January 19 and 20, our leader now told the lawyers, publish those things I told you. And they publish it. They now return the date court of our leader to December 2nd. And the January 18 and the 20. They now return the one of 19 to 20. To 18. Right? And the fixed High Court, 19. We now secure 3 chain date of courts. Because of his protest through lawyers. Now, after some time this year, he protested again through family. Do you know what Emmanuel Kanu said? I didn't know that my brother passed through these things. This protest from family. It should not come from Ipob. It should not come from lawyers. This one should come from family. That's our leader. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu Diego n'elu ụwa. Ọ na-ese ya ese. O ji weapon ya n'aka. O tie mmadụ mmanwụ. O lere ise ebe na ama jijiji. Ụmụ anụ ọhịa mapụta. I told you. They told you. Yeah, our leader is in good spirit. Ọ bụ ndị na-amaghị good spirit. Good spirit agbaghị not good health. Good spirit will that now, if the lawyers come to console him, to advise him to calm down, he will be the one cheering, telling them to stand strong, telling them to be resolute. That is good spirit. Our leader never cried before them. Because he's our leader. That is the good spirit. He always shows strong. Whether he eat 1 week, immediately the lawyers come, even as he's complaining to them, he is still strong. That is good spirit. Not that he is enjoying, he's in detention. Even we that are not in detention in Nigeria, are we in good health? We are in good spirit. That's why we are agitating. We are seeing something positive. Good spirit. Are we comfortable here? And when infiltrator want to interpret it, or they call it exposition, they say, what is the leader? They say it's in good spirit. What is this good spirit they are telling? They are telling you that he never succumbed. They are telling you that he never go back. They are telling you that he never changes his language. That he still believes in Biafra. That is good spirit. Did you see? Then, can you the third protest now? Our leader, Amen, obey the protest. Amen, press release him powerful. The details to be released there, you have to go on it, publish it, make sure it's go viral. They discussed it in DOS before it was published. That's the same thing. Because all IPOB press release, but must be signed by the IPOB public, is it right? What is it called? Publicity secretary. Right? Now, the same thing with IPOB leadership. When they give their own memo, when they publish a memo, that order that was given by MaziMaduabuchi on Radio Biafra and the memo published, it will be signed by head of the Directorate of State. It cannot be signed by MaziMaduabuchi that gave the order on Radio Biafra. That is to say, when you fight against IPOB leadership, you are fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. I will prove it to you. Go to the oath of IPOB. Go to your oath. Then look at what you will hear. I, MaziMaduabuchi, that is my name, solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu, Director of Radio Biafra. Why is it that the name of Nnamdi Kanu was not mentioned first? Can you understand now? Why was it that our leader wrote the oath, but the name of leadership mentioned first on the sentence the sentence there on loyalty? Loyalty to the leadership of IPOB first. And Nnamdi Kanu is now Director of Radio Biafra. Why do you fight them? He now told you, I am DOS and DOS. They told you, no, it was fought by the liar. Now that what the idiots, the government wanted to use them for, now that it's surfacing and they are failing, have you not seen? You that say, I want action. Why is it that you did not take Kaduna line? I am the one that have been shooting gun. How can somebody should want to be known? You will be using the name of people that have not practiced such thing. We never practiced gun shooting. In our agitation, we never enforced Biafrans in any kind in Biafra land. Now, 5th and the 6th of May, sit at home. We will tell you another thing. Did we enforce it? The same way we suffer to sensitize our people on any order given by people. We don't enforce. We only enforce cows. Why do you say you are enforcing sit at home? Then you are on contract. Can you understand? Why are they tampering they want to cut off this one? The Biafran Times, London. Why are they cutting it off? Facebook allow this program to continue. I am still live on Ipob Evangelist, MaziMaduabuchi. I am live there. Why are they holding this one? They should allow us to broadcast. Facebook allow me to broadcast on the Biafran Times. What is happening? Why are they cutting the program? Or do they want me to be cooking delicious foods for our enemies? So, we will now cook fried rice for people that are killing us. Somebody should go to the program on the Biafran Times. Tell them to tell people to join us on this one. Tell them to join us on this my own Ipob Evangelist. They have withheld this one. So we proceed. I don't know what they are doing. They want to cut it off. That is their pattern. That is their pattern. We are hitting them very, very hard. That should be our method. The battle have changed. The infiltrators have failed them. They have all jumped up. All of them. Everybody. Why we Ipob? We are waiting. We want you to come out. How do you go and commit crime? You now tell them you are Ipob. When Ipob don't live such life. We are not terrorists. You say you'll be terrorizing our land to free Nnamdi Kanu. On what? When Ipob suffer and take risk to go to court, you are now shooting gun. When our leader said that he want to see you see they have got this one. They have got this one. This, the Biafran Times, London. They have cut it off. I will join again. Allow me to join, to rejoin. I want to connect back. They cannot stop me like that. Our people should pardon me. Let me go back to the Biafran Times. I want to continue. Continue. Chineke mere m ebere. I mecha ndị a ihe. Chineke me. So, Facebook. Okay. No problem. Nnamdi Kanu have deal with all of you. We are now disturbing everybody with the truth and the honesty. Chineke me. Biafra referendum. Okay. Referendum. Okay. Okay. 5th. Today is 7th. Our people should pardon me in Ipob Evangelist, please. Do not go away. I am coming. Let me start and join them. Let me join our people. They should join me back. Please. 2022. They should join us. So they should join us. Continue. Done. Okay. We move. We move. Hey! They said no. I can't start live. They said no. Okay. Don't worry. Let us proceed on this one. They said no. I cannot start live. But no problem. No problem. No problem. We move. So, on this very issue, Kaduna Line have been meeting. After meeting, see the result. How many of the autopilot have countered them? Then now you come to realize why they even go to the extent of changing their name to ESN. Now you realize why they were in a haste to gather people in a hall in Abakaliki and say that some retired policemen and the sacked ones and say that and the students that they are M branch. They were in a haste because the time to make this very move of the British, see, let me tell you, they countered these reports by Nigerian media because of our response. Had we not rose up and stood against it, British would have stand on the media reports of Nigeria. Are you aware? Are you not aware? It is in their agenda. It is in their plan. That's why they came to the extent of saying that they launch M branch. That's why they came to the extent of telling you the instead of ESN. It is a program from Katrina Line. I told you that the language autopilot came from Nigerian Defense. Nigerian Army. Gave them the language, say, implement it. Say it. And when we were telling you, you don't know. Our leader suspended Monday sit at home. He only stood the day of his date of court. Now, after suspending Monday sit at home, IPOB ordered for a sit at home that did not relate to the release of our leader to anything Monday. You know, the coming of the Nigerian president, as they said, to Were, 9th of September. Did we not sit at home? We suspended Monday sit at home for a purpose which our leaders saw the plan. But on the 9th of September 2021, there was a sit at home against the coming of Nigerian president to Were. Now, after that one, on the 14th of September, there was a sit at home on the Sabotua day. These things was not forgotten. But Monday was picked out by our leader because their plans was all on Monday. Did you see it? Now, you say they compromise, but they ordered for sit at home against the coming of Nigerian president. After suspending Monday sit at home, they ordered for it on September 9th. Then on September 14th, Sabotua Day, the Nigerian army invaded the home of our leader, MaziMaduabuchi, killed 28 men, dog, Jack, and Adak, his cousin. And in remembrance of those that conspired and called the army to kill us, and remembering those that was killed, we launch every year, Sabotua Day, 14th of September. Did IPOB overlook it? The answer is no. Then, where is their compromise? I ask. Obeying in Namdekan is compromise. There's somebody that say, I will not listen to anybody in DSS custody. It's now from heaven. There's somebody that listen to our leader is a compromise. But somebody that say openly we will now disobey Namdekan is now angel. You see that in your brain. Nigerian youth who could not be able to stand the common shooting in Lekki. You now join an idiot in Finland, someone ever. Today, did you not see what IPOB is saying? Our leader cancelled 5th to 10th proposed IPOB sit at home, which eventually the Anambra election date fell among the days, which was on the 6th. We did not set the sit at home for Anambra election, but they were forcing the infiltrators to be telling you Anambra election. We Biafrans, we preach against election, but DOS never come into election issue. They only focus every of their sister on free Namdekan. Now, you are the person that channel it to election. Right? Now, after your efforts, did you not see the write-up warning from you as government against the tampering of electoral process? This is democratic process by any group or a person. That was when they were the Nigeria have conspired with the world media to deal with us. In Anambra, Nigeria bought mercenaries that will kill masses. Nigeria did many things that will kill people. In Anambra, their target was not to hold the election, their target was to kill people. voters. They invited them, but they came. They did not see IPOB. Nigeria will disgrace themselves. Now, let me ask you, common a single fake news from Nigerian media, tagging it British or UK. Do you see how IPOB is tackling it? Only UK. Talk more of when Nigeria kill people in Anambra in the name of election, and Ohanes and Igbo will be forced to read out the press release written and given to them, written by Kaduna Line, given to them by Lai Mohammed. The Southeast Governors chairman has his own. Traditional Rulers Council chairmen of all the states have their own to read out. Then they will all be blaming IPOB for killing voters in Anambra. That was all it was channeled to. Traditional ruler will be blaming you. Ohaneze will blame you through their press release. Religious leaders will blame you. Everybody will blame you. Northerners will blame you. From there, they will lobby Nigerian media with their lies. Foreign media with these lies. Then what will now happen to you? Do you see what we have fought for some days now to fight these fake informations against us? Talk more of when you kill people in the name of election, not in a one polling unit. All the polling unit people will be killed in Anambra. How can we defend ourselves against written press release? Press release is written and given to people that to read it out. They will be persuaded to read it out. All blames on IPOB, which we did not commit anything. Then I ask you, how do you defend it? Do you know the first thing they will do? They will terminate the financing of IPOB all over the world. No more contribution. Then every IPOB offices, then Radio Biafra put down. It will turn to terrorist radio because you violated democratic process and mass murderer against citizens that went out to vote. You know, those people that told you, hey, sit at home, it's civil disobedience. Civil disobedience. Monday sit at home is civil disobedience. But you say you are enforcing it. How can you enforce sit at home? You call it civil disobedience. Does civil have gun? So, you say you are a civilian. Right? But you say you are enforcing it. And you are killing people. And you call it civil disobedience. You must do it. You are a thief and a criminal. When you have holding gun in your hand, they turn to civil disobedience. The 5th and the 6th May 2022 sit at home. How do you see it? Civil disobedience. But you say you took order. You have taken. I'm now in charge. I'm now in charge. I have taken power from DOS. They don't exist. But emergency order. Emergency order from IPOB leadership. Emergency order. Biafra land shut down. But one idiot and his gang of criminals, Simon Eba, have been campaigning for Tuesday sit at home, Friday sit at home, Sunday sit at home, stopping of a internal revenue collection for months. None have been obeyed. Emergency order from IPOB leadership against the coming of somebody that says is a Nigerian president. Shut down in Biafra land with the joy. Did we enforce them? The answer is no. Then why do you say you enforce Monday? Because you are on contract. Now, that had IPOB stood up against the plan, the meeting with Kaduna Line and the Attorney General and the other northern leaders, when after meeting, they gave the information to Nigerian medias. Why the British is changing tongue, coming straight now to bet their rubbish, is the resoluteness of IPOB in countering that very rubbish from Nigerian medias. Right? But what Nigerian media is writing is what Kaduna Line agreed with Malami and co. That's what they were writing. That's what they wrote. That's what they received the money for. But IPOB now pressured them to succumb and say it's not what we mean. Because they wanted to wait for our reaction. Had we not reacted, then they will now come out in full. Did you see it? Now you tell me that now the God says you want to shoot gun. How can they destroy Britain? If not from now. How? Can you destroy Britain with your gun? You are joking. So shooting gun in Owerri have turned to flee Nnamdi Kanu. So shooting gun in Olu will now reflect to flee Nnamdi Kanu. So shooting in Enugu will reflect to flee Nnamdi Kanu. When the person shooting did not come out and take responsibilities of his crime. When IPOB, when ESN fight Fulani killers, right? Why is it that they don't deny? When we fight cow, why is it that we don't deny? When we capture their ammunition, bring it to our land through cement, why is it that we don't deny? We always come up and say, we did this. Why do you say you are not coward, that US is coward, you have the man? Then you shoot people in Enugu on Monday, you shoot people in Anambra on Mondays, then you go at the height while seeing Nigerian media calling IPOB responsible. Why is it that you don't debunk the news from Nigerian media and tell them that I am the one, I am autopilot chief, I am the one who committed it, our leader must be freed? Why is it that you don't do so? You can dodge. And the idiots, Nigerian youths that failed common and sad protests, SARS is still killing them. They will not be writing, hey, someone is our man, he's now in charge. And you think you can use the rubbish and defeat IPOB? I ask you, Simon, why is it that the crimes you commit, you don't use your name? Why did it go to the extent of changing your name to ESM? Now that the British Nigerian government have launched exactly what they planned with you through their media, did it work? Did it work? Did you see? They don't even care if it will work or not. All they know is that they must launch that very media propaganda. Because there is no reason of UK telling you they terminate the asylum. No reason. We committed nothing. So for them to now come and say, hey, we did not prescribe, we did not prescribe, we knew you did not prescribe. But what actually led to the asylum you talk about? What actually led to it? Is it you that the British who have abandoned your citizens that should be tackled, or IPOB that kept writing to you over the illegal detention, extraordinary rendition of a British citizen, Nnamdi Kanu? So, who should not be punished? I ask you, British, what reflected to asylum? What actually led to that? Is it you that we should be punished for neglecting and destroying your citizenship's passport? Because Nnamdi Kanu, your neglect to Nnamdi Kanu's issues automatically would destroy the citizenship card. Let me go back to that Biafran times. Maybe they have come to allow me. Okay. Let me see. You know, you can generalize and get information from here. This Biafran time. So I need to. It's very registered in UK. She goes through there. The agents are there. I must talk to them. I must talk to them. Continuation. continuation of the program. Chineke mere m ebere. No, defeat IPOB, you are dreaming. I will deal with you. Chineke mere m ebere. Free Nnamdi Kanu. No? Okay. If they do not allow me to do this thing now. Oh. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my people. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm coming. Okay. Free Nnamdi Kanu. These people are tampering us. Free MaziMaduabuchi Kanu. I've gotten it. Okay. Let me try. We move, our people, we move. Let me try if they can allow me. Let me try if they can allow me. Okay, they have allowed me. These people, I am back on the Biafran Times. London, under Ipob. We move. So, Catriona line, I am asking, what actually led the UK to the issue of asylum? I'm asking. Because if you are trying to tell us that it's not because of IPOB standing tall in countering this very fake news from the Nigerian government sponsored through the Nigerian medias. Now, are you telling me that had we not stand tall against this very news, which led to your U-turn release statement that you did not prescribe? We know you did not prescribe IPOB, but I'm asking you, what led to the asylum issue? Are you supposed to go closer to the asylum? I am asking, is it not your citizen that is in detention? UK citizen that was traveling with UK passport, which is your citizenship passport, was kidnapped in Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned into Nigeria. You are telling us you serve consular and DSL rejected it. But I ask you, what actually led you to the asylum issue of Biafra, mentioning Biafra and mentioning Masob? I knew why you keep mentioning Masob. You saw their leader campaigning for Kogi state governor, right? On presidency. You are still mentioning Masob. Who is leading Masob? Is there anything like Masob? Then I ask you, why do you have to always attach Masob? Because you want to justify your actions, telling us that it's not only IPOB, but the target is IPOB. How many Masob members are in UK? I ask you, why are you mentioning Masob? So you think you can twist our brain this time? You want to, instead of you say IPOB, you mention Masob so that it will be two groups. How many Masobians did you give asylum? Nonsense. I ask you, are we to be angry that you neglected your citizen in illegal detention in Nigerian DSS, Nnamdi Kanu? You say you gave consular, and it was rejected. By your slave DSS, rejected. Catriona line, you see that death you want to die. That this Nnamdi Kanu issue will kill you, die. We don't have gun. The ghost of our land will kill you, you die. You will not survive it. I ask you, can DSS debunk, can DSS stop you from consular? I ask you, Catriona line, DSS, your slaves, Catriona line. So you are telling me that what the Nigerian media wrote is not what you discussed with Attorney General Malami? Catriona line. Are you telling us, the world now, that what Nigerian media wrote wasn't what you discussed with Malami? Then tell the world, what did you discuss with Malami? Is Is it because IPOB stood against the news that you will now give another 10? We did not prescribe IPOB, but it was your target. It was, if it wasn't your target, why did you mention something like proscription by Nigeria? The proscription by Nigeria, we are confronting it in court. On the 12th of this month, we are going to court. Then why do you mention it in UK? If you don't have it in mind, you want to draw attention. Why do you mention proscription of Nigeria that you know it is useless? We confront them in court, they never come. On the 12th of this month, we will go there. I ask you, a case that is in court, you are now mentioning, prescribed in Nigeria, that Nigeria have not cleared in their own court. So, are you telling me, if it is not in your mind or your agenda as discussed with Malami and other elders, what actually led you to the asylum termination? I want to ask, what actually led to it? Can you line? You are representing them here. I'm asking you, what actually led to that? If what Nigerian media wrote wasn't your meeting with the northern elders and Malami, is it not after the meeting that you now sent, you know you are the president, you now sent the impostor, that represented Buhari? I will prove that Buhari. You know, the Biafran Times UK is registered, right? I'll see proof it. I've said it before. Nnamdi Kanu say Buhari is dead. Through Radio Biafra in London. And then Nnamdi Kanu is Nigerian. And he said he have forensic evidences. Why is it that UK, you have not told the Nigerian government to defeat Nnamdi Kanu on a level ground? In which he said from his mouth on Radio Biafra that was licensed by the UK. He said, if Buhari is alive, after going through the forensic evidences and prove that this man is Buhari, I will surrender Biafra and I will surrender my life for life jail. Then, carry on line. If Buhari is alive, why have you not advised them to confront Nnamdi Kanu now that is in Nigeria? To defeat him totally. I am asking. Now, you are now telling me, or telling the world, that you mentioned proscription of IPOB by Nigeria. What actually led to that? You mentioned asylum. You now mention proscription of IPOB. What led to that? The proscription of IPOB have we confronted in courts of Nigeria. They have not countered it. They have not stood it. They have not proved it. Why are you putting it on writing? Why? First, so you want to defend yourself. We did not prescribe IPOB. But the write-up you gave to the Nigerian media is exactly what they wrote after meeting with the Malami. Is what you told them, cut on a line. That's what they published. Don't come here to twist issue. But we are telling you, we are here standing. We will destroy every lies. We will destroy it. Nonsense. Yes, I am back in Biafran Times. They cut me off. I came back again. They say you cannot go live for now. And let us check. Let us check. Dara. I'm not try again. How says allow live? You cut it, Kaduna line. Okay? No problem. We will be calling Kaduna line. Nwachukwu said the ambassadors in Lagos was the problem, not Jack. Who is now ambassador in Nigeria? Abuja, Kaduna line. Who was the then British Prime Minister? What was his name? What is that his name? Oh. What is his name? Hi. Okay, I will remember. That is repeating of history. British Prime Minister that this one is representing today, Boris Johnson. And the Kaduna line is representing also the then British Prime Minister that was in Lagos, that told Jack Gowan to upturn the Aburi Accord agreement. Isn't it? repeating of history. But IPOB is here to counter you. Counter you and destroy your life. It can't work now. You know, when British talk about asylum, I begin to wonder, is British asylum more powerful than British passport? Now, if British cannot honor their British citizenship passport given to MaziMaduabuchi, then I ask the British, what now is the gain, or what are we going to benefit from the British asylum? I'm asking. Because you do not honor the citizenship passport. So, are you telling us that the asylum papers is more powerful now than the citizenship passport? You cannot defend your citizen. What is the essence of the asylum? Harold Wilson, thank you. We told them, our leader told them we are complete. You know, when some people used to tell us they have mind, I said, do you remember that when MaziMaduabuchi was broadcasting in 2014, 2015, there are people that used to call him and say, I am a scientist, and I can manufacture so things, and I can do so things. I am in the USA, or I am in the Biafra land, or I will not mention my location. What does our leader actually do? He always say, we have taken your number. We have taken your number. We will keep in touch. We will communicate you. Thank you. And that is how the call will end. And I asked him, where are those people? He was looking at me. I said, you don't know how prepared we are. Don't move when we do not ask you to move. We ask you to move when we will defend you. If you go without notifying us, we can deny you. That is why we have a central command. That is why Nigeria wanted 2 commands. They cannot fight us with under one central command, whether good or bad. Any other name they cannot give IPOB leadership, good or bad, it is harmful to Nigeria. Whether it is good or bad, it is harmful to Nigeria. If they make mistake, your support to them, they will now correct it. That's how our leader works. Our support behind him is always pushing him. Even when he made some little mistake, he will correct it. People will not know. Enemies will not know, because we are in a journey. That is why we ask you, when you want to make a move, inform us. There are people that are in detentions. When you ask them, they say, okay, IPOB. But I'm still asking, why is it that nobody say I am autopilot? When they catch you, you say you are IPOB. You start telling your family, hey, my IPOB is not coming. But when you come on Facebook, I'm a proudly autopilot. Because you don't have a lawyer. Nobody will come for you. There are some people that came out from prison last December. 14 years. He was learning Wazirike. 14 years. From detention, Wazirike was cruising since how many years? Going politics, campaigning for people. But 14 years, somebody following him. Nobody come for them. It was Board of Mercy released from the Chief Judge. Board of Mercy, amnesty. They did December for them. Then you will now come on Facebook, I'm a president autopilot. When they catch you, hey, I'm IPOB. And they will abandon you. That's how we do them here. Can you understand? So when you are their brother, say, my brother is they catch him that day, that Monday. He's the one enforcing it at home. I say, okay, go and tell your state coordinator. Look for the state coordinator. Tell him that your brother was enforcing it at home. So they catch him. You hear? Don't come here and tell me that kind of thing. So your brother now tell you to meet IPOB. He did not tell you to meet Simon Eber. That in the autopilot, they are enforcing it. He now directed to leadership. After, if we go and pay him the name of IPOB lawyer, he will now go and contribute in Umweri account. So we use the money we contribute in IPOB right in the rightful account to go and sponsor a lawyer to go and fight for somebody that is fighting for Idu and the Biafra. You are in detention. IPOB is not coming for my case. Did we send you? And on about you who knows you a thief. You went to rob people on Monday. You went to bomb people's vehicle. You are complaining. Okay? Call your autopilot lawyer. Thank you. Yes, Ugu, I sent. Don't worry. You know, in IPOB, there are many appointees that our leader never appointed on radio. Do you know that we have forensic analysis professors? Immediately they bring out a video, even as you have looked into it and call it fake, the same way they are at work. And that is why I told some people that there are people our leader appointed, you don't know them. There are people sitting in a zone, they respect zonal coordinator, but they communicate with our leader direct phone, direct call. No, not even Facebook or WhatsApp call, direct call. Anytime I have a director will pick, zonal member. On a lawyer, a man had the they are seriously working the same thing on media. Hand on here. There are people that are taking recourse of works. Are you aware? They are the people that will account our leader. The video broadcast of Simon Ekpa will not come from any IPOB media warriors or Chinasaworu to our leader. There are special people he appointed for that very work. They are keeping records, they will submit it to him. But some media at the time, they will not like our leader. You are fool. He appointed people you don't know. Amake will send me that video. Okay? After Amake will go up Wazre. Mazichina Samoru, send me that video. Send me that picture. Okay? Ikechukwu Noah. Make sure you write these things down. Some to send me that video. You will keep the other one. Never publish it. Time is coming when we publish it. Then when they cannot have already in their way. We now for the time and all here in the media. You can never know them. They will account our leader. So they make broadcast. How IPOB media warrior? Nothing concerned. They will account our leader every media activities. Leadership. But there are people that will account for him. That is why I'm going to IPOB teacher. Given our quiet to does I'm going to make a total Hashem. A lot of Hashem, Pamundiaho, Mahamwe unit, Hamwe zone, Hamwe local government, Hamwe senatorial, Hamwe states, departments, Hamwe national, Hamwe continental. The foundation of IPOB is very, very solid, unshakable. That is why some people, the DOS is bribed. I say you're a fool. A very serious foundation. You see people that meet and they discuss one thing, agree on one thing, but they are not in the same destination. They are not in the same location. They are not in the same continent. They are not even in the same country. So they now bribe all the continental reps. They now bribe all those people our leader appointed. They bribe special appointees in the US. Okay? But I ask you, without the issue of Uchebefo, how do you know Father Odimegwa? How do you know, can you know Reverend Father Odimegwa? And the same way, you don't know there are other ones. And you don't know that there are people that goes closer to our leader, people that can even look into their issue, his issue. And you don't know.
And that is why you can jump up and say, hey, he's now our deputy leader. He's our leader. So, do you know that Father Odimegwa and the likes of him goes closer to our leader? You don't know. But the issue of Utemefo made you to know Father Odimegwa. The same way you are calling the lives of Father Odimegwa betrayers, because the lives of Father Odimegwa is in DOS. That was specially appointed. He said they are criminal, and he said criminal DOS. People in different countries. Now somebody deceived all of them. They now compromise, and Simon fall from heaven. Nelly now turned to Holy Spirit. Akwaya Madam Oyibo was a mad Jesus, Mary. Akwaya Chineke kpọkwa unu n'ezinụlọ ụlọ ọkụ ndị oshi ndị abụrụ ọnụ. We move. Onye coach ebe, you did not come with argument. You need to leave this place. I need argument. Away back in rubbish, say we opera chijoke. You can't come here again. We need argument. You can be a day rubbish. I call rubbish. I am not here. Ipob in the DM for argument in any part of Biafra land. I'm not afraid of this is one. Away back here call rubbish. What argument and lagini? Abam Simon, 10 minutes. I will destroy you. Ishima Paduri Apado. Young group primary 4. I will destroy you. I gosrim, Chineke gosrim. Life. Malagini. In war. N'ihu ọha nkwụ agbaghị ọnọ n'etiti ụkwụ gaghị emetụ bọọlụ igba egwu n'onwe onye na-akụ ịnụwa sandụ egwu gbawa ma na Ipob ihe a na-aba na ịmaghị ndị akwadoro na ndị mmadụ na oredi na ọ na Finland kwa okwu na Facebook ga-eshi n'eluigwe daa but ịma sign director onye ukwu nọrọ hie ọsọgodu DSS nọrọ eji ọfọ ga-akpa nkata with Nnamdi Kanu. Ịma ihe ha na-akpọ phone. Ịma gị language ha ji akpọ phone. Ịma language ha ji ekwu okwu. When I was in a waiting trial in Enugu, ihe anyị na-akpọ phone o say pass. Right? Mgbe anyị ka nọ state CID before ebuba anyị na-aga court a remind anyị na waiting trial. Ihe anyị na-akpọ phone na cell state CID pure water. That is why I had to say, hey, the visiting room is bugged. Where will it visit? How do you now discuss say you're a fool? So don't you know that there were scientists in America that operate computers, but Bin Laden and co, or the people that attacked the building, if it is not Bin Laden, that very building in America, they communicated, the scientists were there, it was passing, signal was coming, but don't you know that they were making their meeting with slants? And the signal was ununderstandable by the scientists of America. The day they stopped getting that information was the day the building was attacked. The information stopped. That's how they knew that that was the people that was planning it. So you think he will now, ebe mmadụ na ụmụ ya na-akpakwa nkata n'ihu nwanne na nwa onye Igbo mmadụ na di na nwaanyị na-ekwukwa okwu n'ihu mmadụ ị ga-ama ihe ha kwuru. So gị gbazie m na na-ekwu, so director chọrọ ịgwa gị suspend Monday sit at home ya osoro esoro kwuo ya ihe na-ezo ezo ọwụ ihe a na-ezo ezo ị na-ajụ m ebe ọ na-enye the order. Hey, the room was packed, so suspending Monday sit at home or I prove Osokome is now something a na-hide ekwu ọkwa ya. Those your twisting brain. Then you know. It was need of Abum. Only man on my program. I'm a out of the field. Oh, I'm a Simon. Lay on a Simon. I'm a man who not get leader. I have campaigned for this for months. Autopilot is do as you like. Somebody cannot be a leader. And Nelly have come on it. Say you can't be a leader. We do our work. That's what our duty post. You can't tell me no boss. You are not the one posting us on duty. Are you aware? Thank you. move. O chere m na-eme ịnọ, Simon na-eme ịnọ ka o cheta ihe ọ ga-ekwu. Ga-abịa confront mụwa. Somebody ga-enye gị instances within 10 minutes. I give you 20 instances of a matter. On a matter without ekwu ụkwara. Ka somebody ọ nọ nne ha na-esend the information ya na-eme ya na-ele ihu ya na-anọ na board na screen otu a. Ihu ya na-anọ down. A na-esend the information ya na-asị nọ ya na-asị nọ. Ọmụ aki na-emere ya. Kwuru pụta openly kwuru otu a ka mụ gị mee argument. Wepụta topic ọkwa m yọrọ ya. Wepụta any argument isi na DOS mere wepụta ofu. Ntụrie ya ga-ewepụta ọzọ ma tụrie m kwụwa gị n'ụzọ. You can't stand now. Ndị anyị dị ndị elders. Ndị chara ndị 80 years ga-agwa m na Biafra ga-abịa ka ọ mara anyị atụ ihe mere nụ. Ka mgbalie ya isi. Ọ chọkwa m eweta spray gbaa n'isi ka o nwee ike na-ahụ aja ahịa. Ọ bụrụ na ọ hụ isi white ya okwete ma gbazie spray. But ọ ga-ekweterịrị. Thank you. We move. So now that the British have finally landed on the bus stop. Now, is IPOB leadership compromised again? Have you not seen their plan? Even as they fell, they still launched the plan. The only thing is that we stood against them. They are not saying, no, IPOB is not prescribed by UK, but it was your target. UK, it was your target. It was your target to do so. If not, why did you mention prescription by Nigeria that we confronted in court and we are still going to court on the 12th of this month on the same matter, and you are mentioning prescription by Nigeria? Must you mention it? What is the relationship of IPOB agitation with that very mentioning of asylum? What actually led you to the asylum mentioning it from your mouth? You that have not defended your citizen that is holding, occupying, possessing British citizenship card, certificate, that is passport, was kidnapped, tortured in Kenya, extraordinary rendition into Nigeria, and you say your consular was rejected by DSL, your slave rejected your consular. You see, you can line. You see, you will not go from this side alive. You will not go from here alive. You see, the ghost of the land will deal with you. See, that's your rubbish. So I ask you, how is it that your asylum is working and your British passport is not working? So asylum is more valuable than British passport. Okay, if asylum is profitable, why is it that you cannot defend British citizenship passport given to Nnamdi Kanu? Catriona line. We told you IPOB will end you. Your career will end it. You will see. Go and ask Theresa May. Ask the Cameron now. Go and ask him. Ask the dead Buhari. He's dead. He can prove it now. Go to Nnamdi Kanu, take him to National Assembly, Senate, or House of Assembly. Take him to that place with the Chief Judge. He will be there. Attorney General will be there. Then you will request Ohaneze to send their delegates. Then Nnamdi Kanu will send his own delegates through his lawyers. They will be in the National Assembly. Then he will present his forensic evidences that Buhari is dead. Then you prove that you are alive. Then Nnamdi Kanu will surrender Biafra. So if I tell you Buhari is dead, he's dead. Nnamdi Kanu is Nigeria, you cannot confront him to prove him wrong. You are telling me you are not dead. He's dead, completely dead. Nonsense. Mad people. Yeah, now anybody that says the Nigerian media talk rubbish. So Buhari is dead. Okay, he said you were talking in London. Nnamdi Kanu is talking abroad. He's now here. Confront campaign. If you are not foolish Nigerian youth that is shouting, who cannot stand a shooting in Lekki. Now it's time to destroy IPOB. Buhari confront Nnamdi Kanu, tell him you are alive. Speak fufu then. Let him see your neck. Right? Let him see all the things. Let him remove the mask. If he tells he did not see mask, then you know you are getting it. Amendment of charges cannot work. We IPOB. Amendment of charges is nothing. This your latest conspiracy with the Kaduna line to tackle the date of court, 18th and the 26th. The victory ahead is rubbish. We have rubbish it. And you know that the issue of fundamental will destroy Britain. You don't know, but when our creator said this very trap, you don't know. You were jumping up. You are meeting with the northerners. You will still meet with our unborn children. You see, you can draw the line. You will meet with them. You think we are joking? Thank you. After defeating your rubbish people you planted, after planting these idiots, this one says he do, this one says they are working together to achieve achieve Biafra in one mind. So how is it that those people in Genesis chapter 11 could not be able to build the mansion, the tallest building they were building? Dara. Different ideology. Okay? So you don't know that if you stand as an autopilot, that if you enforce something, you say I'm the one enforcing it, so that people will know that it is your method. You don't hide under IPOB. After acting it, you come and say IPOB is a coward. You have mind. But you don't tell them, no, newspaper, no, it's not IPOB that did it in Enugu. It was me. It was me. I commanded it. I'm the autopilot chief. I commanded them. Our leader must be free. Why you don't say that? But you say, you show us picture of Jim. Where you Jim? Or where? You see all those your plan. We rubbish it earlier. We are now waiting for the media to come up. Very soon we'll stop distribution of any Nigerian media, any newspaper in Biafra land, or by any Biafra. We'll ban it. You don't need it. Ban it. The same way we did to this vagabond, Vanguard vagabond. These are how they say, I am a media house. Right? They wrote these things and gave to you. You wrote it and they publish. And after we have counted it, Katrina Line now gave another one. It's not what we mean. What led you to asylum? What led you to mentioning Nigerian prescription on IPOB? What actually led you, if it wasn't your plan? Katrina Line and the UK, what led you to mention that? Or do you think we are kids? You abandon your citizen, which is total destruction of the British. We love you too. You can't defeat him. Nobody on earth can defeat him. But do you know what we love? That you are rubbishing your citizenship passport. Because the world is watching. They will know that British passport is useless before humanity. Useless and nothing and rubbish. You come here and tell me asylum. Asylum and your passport, which one is greater? Tell me the one that is working. Is your passport working? Is British passport working? It's not working, it's rubbish. To me, it's rubbish. If it is not something, then what is the name they can do in DSS? Hey, you can do that live. We'll deal with Yayala Pagini. Thank you. How much you like? I met Andy. Oh my God, the program was cut. The other one was cut and joined, and this one, because they cut it off. So, we are telling our people that we're a next level of why. You understand? I need defeat level by level. And we never pray that enemy will stop coming. No. We only pray to defeat our enemies. Understand this. And we don't feel sorry for ourselves. Right? We don't feel ayana simdo. Ina kuna IPOB ujisike. Ina chemba ina sigindo ina egwogi disike ka ina emoga. Egbe na ekwu. Or because enye na phone. Egbe na ada. Okay, ibe mere ga ebere. Chineke ebere mebere mba. Bilie ruo ọrụ ebere adịghị. Na-eme ebere. Anyị nọkwa nnukwu ọgụ. So some people ọwụna onwe ndị anyị na-eme ihe a na-eji abịa epushu gị Simon epushu ole ihe niile ka IPOB nwee ike sị gị na anyị na-eme nke a anyị na-emekwa ya before emewe ha chọzi ka anyị na-akpọ onwe anyị ọkwa ya. So anyị awụọ ọnụ ha n'ala mgbazawazie n'aha ndị na-eme ihe mba ị na-agba ọsọ ị chọrọ ịwụ terrorist Common tampering of asylum by UK. Later I shall log ya. Talk more of ebe mere Anambra election, egbuo people na polling unit. I went about 5 countries. IPOB terrorists. Just Nandia mentioned Nigerian prescription. Later I walk. He said, yes, why? Anambra, hey, you have sold our leader for 20. I said, you are a fool. You are an idiot. Nigerian government invited people, different part of the world, that now will a match, how will a competition with IPOB in Anambra, came by with competition. Instead of telling them that now will competition with them on in court, right? On the 10th of November, they now focus on 6th of November. But the sit at home was 5th to 10th. Why do they invite the international community and the international media to be in Anambra? And why do they deploy the army with ammunitions? Why? They wanted to level everybody seen in any polling unit. No Northerner will die there. Only Biafrans will die. All blames on IPOB. Media's international media will carry it. But do you know the most disgraceful thing? That after all their plan, Nnamdi Kanu destroy it. What did he do? He cancelled it. Not suspension. Do you know that VOA was here? CNN, what do you know? BBC Igbo. What they will write have been written and given to them. All the media houses, what they would have write on Anambra election have been written and given to them. Or it have been written and given to them. Chairman Traditional Rulers Council of all states, each of the states, Alibo, it have been written and given to them. They will read it without shame. It's always chicken. It's always she in Orewa. As I believe you, Simon, you would see them nowhere. Nowhere. America Naba. You went about 5 countries. Then only UK, Korako Asylum. Buba Taboto prescription, Nigeria. Now I walk. I can get caught. How do you confront 5 international communities telling you are a terrorist? But one idiot fell, I'm ready to become terrorist, but to take responsibility of the shooting in Owerri. You said no. The people you sent to kill in Olo, tell them I'm the one. No way. Killing in Enugu. You did not say, but to be terrorist, you will agree. You are on an agenda. But you have destroyed your devilish agenda. Though you answered the calls of our leader made that call. He said, whatever you know you do to stop IPOB, to stop Biafra from coming, do it now, because we will do everything humanly possible to make sure that Biafra comes. So it was our invitation. That's why we stand tall. That's why people don't know how we fight. They were telling us, focus on our leader in detention. I say you're a fool. There are wars at our hand before our leader was kidnapped. Then we have been fighting, but all our needs are in a house, which we don't have the key. And before you get to that very house, you must shoot a gun. Our God has shown us all our needs. But no option than to allow Nnamdi Kanu to be kidnapped. As the key to that very house, it is an emergency key. Now, will you be fighting only for the key and leave the works at hand? That is stupidity. That is creating a very free ground for Nigeria. One thing you must do is that thing that actually moved them to be uncomfortable with IPOB, that pushed them to commit the case of extraordinary rendition. You must keep doing that thing and be fighting for his freedom, because they kidnap him so that those agendas will stop. And you focus on only free him. Then you fail. They will advance and occupy those areas we have defeated them. So that when our leader will be released, he will start to work afresh. By then it will be late. So IPOB leadership disagreed to allow the grant for them. We continue marking them in every of our achievement. We did not allow them to take over one. Rather, we achieved more while fighting for freedom. That is their hardest, their worst nightmare. That all the agendas at hand, that our leader, that attracted them to kidnap our leader, those agendas are still on. Then ask yourself, why did they contract people that went to the extent of amending their name to ESN? Why? Why do they go to the extent of using the name of ESN to raise funds? Why? Why do they get to the extent of gathering retired security policemen in Ebonyi and some students to claim that they are M branch? Why? Because it is in the agenda of the Fulani that they should make it wide, that they are using the money they contribute to kill people in the name of enforcing sit at home. Did you understand? Now, immediately the contract was given to them, Nigerian Army keep calling ESN IPOB, ESN IPOB, ESN IPOB. Did you understand? Now, why Simon, they advised him to amend his name is that they knew would stop them from mentioning ESN, so that he will now be reflecting his name as ESN. They want that name to be reflecting in anything crime. That was the agenda. Let ESN name be reflecting in anything crime. Contribute in the name of ESN so that people will now take it, so that UK told Nigeria, immediately the news is published, take note of it. Whether it is false or not, they have been taking note of it. They want to count it in multiple and submit it to international community that these are our crimes. Did you understand? Now I ask you, terrorists is killing Nigerian army, killing Nigerian citizens. Have you seen anybody launched his own Nigerian army because he's telling you that Nigerian army is not capable? Have anybody launched his Nigerian army? That size no. Okay. Have anybody launched his own DSS? Because DSS does not obey court order. DSS do this. They kill, they commit crime. Have anybody launched his own DSS? The answer is no. Then why do you launch M branch? So your group cannot launch their own security. If it is not the agenda of an enemy given to you, why can't you launch your own security? When Nnamdi Kanu left Masob, did he now come to IPOB and name the security of IPOB, the name of security of Masob? The answer is no. Then why do you change your name to ESN? Why do you launch fundraising in the name of ESN? Why do you now announce it in the world? Why do you now say that you are the one enforcing it at home? That is to say, you want to reflect the name of IPOB, you want to reflect the name of ESN in your criminal crimes committed. While raising the fund globally is to terminate the fundraising of IPOB, financing of IPOB, because immediately they make us terrorists, they will terminate the financing of IPOB because they will call it financing of terrorism. That's why they keep raising funds. They announce it so that the world will be seeing the campaign. Did you understand? It was a program. There are three agendas. One, terminate the financing of IPOB. That's why they told you they stopped submitting the money contributed in Eumeri account for ESN. And when they refuse to submit it, they will now call few ESN phone number they have. They will tell them, we are giving the money to Chinasa Nworu. They don't want to give you. They even told them that our leader said that Chinasa should be paying them salary. They told our men. Then when Chinasa will ask them for the money, they will not submit it. They now told our men, they will now be feeding you, we will be paying you salary. That's what our leader said. So they have betrayed you. They have submitted your data to DSS. They will now and kill you in the bush. Leave the bush. Let us control you. That's how they did. They fight financing. Later, they start campaigning. Don't give IPOB money. They are eating it. They are using it to pay salary. That is the agenda. Terminate the financing, because Lai Mohammed have lamented over the financing of IPOB. How do they raise money? Now, this next agenda is take order away from Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they targeted, hey, don't listen to DOS. They even come openly and say, don't listen to lawyers. So they finally came open and say, don't listen to anybody in DSS. That is, take power away from Nnamdi Kanu. Keep him powerless. Number 2 agenda. The third one is, make ESN terrorist organization. These are the 3 agendas given to Nelly Ofebu, and they are doing it through Simon. They contacted Tinsima, they contacted others, then others are now followers who don't even know their agenda, and they contract in their hand. We told you earlier, agendas. Hajibia. These 3 things will get destroy IPOB. What would they achieve? 1, taking order away from Nnamdi Kanu is, when you demonize the name of the DOS, you will now implement autopilot. Did you understand? Then you start attacking the barristers so that you will frustrate the barristers to abandon the leader's case. Did you understand? They started shouting, change the lawyer, they are compromised, they are this, hey, don't listen to DS, don't listen to family, don't listen to this, they are evil, hey, we will control ourselves until our leader come out, we are autopilot. So if the world want to meet you, who will they meet? Dara, your autopilot, no leader, you'll be doing anyhow. So that this time Nigeria will now tag us anything. Right? They will tell you they are doing anyhow. Since their leader is in detention, they are now destroying Nigeria. That's why, because they don't have leader. Right? Because if the world knew that the power is not in the hand of the leadership of IPOB, then they will believe any tag on IPOB. Because they have no leader. That is why they were destroying something. But the leadership of IPOB proved that we have leadership and we control our people, and they cannot behave abnormal. That is where we defeated them. And we disassociate with any move, any activities of autopilot and everything. That's where we beat them. And we keep coming every Monday with press release, countering the Monday sit-at-home enforcement. That's where we confronted them. And they finally declaring those that are doing it that we have seen wanted in our land. That is the very clear evidence. When we were fighting this war, you don't know. We were trying to prove to the world we are against this evil. But you are saying, hey, that's our men. Ndị Ojukwu nyere ego ngwa ọgụ, ha were egbe ọsọ, ha were our men. So imagine I wasn't our men. So you're a thief. So was wicked that he went and campaigned for Bello. So he's not our men. So Uzodimma is not our men. Okay? Okay? In a sense, those are them. I have to onye nke gara gbuo mmadụ. Bogide IPOB ọkwa ejidezi Uzodimma. Why na onye nke Uzodimma na-edie ị capture ya? You are a fool. Mad people. Mmecha ndị a ihe they will know. Ha na-ebezi akwa. Ayalago ha n'iyi. Ha na-ebe akwa. Lekwe ụmụ anụ mba. Onye nke ochie ebe bịa. Ihe ahụ no argument. Our argument. No. Nwoke dị enweghị argument. Okay? Prince Ike, he has no argument. Nwoke dị is an idiot. If I have argument with her, bring me your strong reasons. Mtulie ya, ụmụ gị nọrọ dị ela n'iyi. Ụmụ gị nọrọ gị nwa gosi ha my response. Ha ga ya na ntị. They will not greet. Ha ga ekele gị n'ụtụtụ good morning. Nwunye ga ga-enye nri n'abalị a. Ichere onye nọ here amachagharị. Come here with the superior argument. Ka m laa gị n'iyi. Mmecha screenshot it and show to your children. Ka ịhụ na ewu na brain gị out of Romans chapter 2. Also now they feed her with milk. Not to matured meat. A man a brain will give milk okay they feed there. Now it not be direct baby face to face. It should be when they are we move. Thank you. Ayala Gondani. Analysis Nelly never again. I'm broadcasting from 2 platforms. Mono in Ankono Nanka. Okay, tell you by Ireland and Simon. One abazi you that as Nelly. Agamiana and I'm seeing with power. Autopilot behave as you like. How can somebody now sign publish a fundraising flyers? Say signed by Simon Eba, autopilot leader. Are you supposed to have leader? I think you say act as we like. We don't have leader till our leader is out. Because you're a fool. Now you become leader. You now raise fund. Who now collect the fund? That is to say you have leadership. Then you have frozen the brain. Oh, frozen. What are they frozen account? You have frozen the brain of those people that listen to you. Thank you. Zeke came. His voice wasn't working. Unless they were making. As the device, his voice didn't work for us. Chuba Kanibo was the special advisor to Mr. President on political matters, the first professor on politics. They sent him to come here and teach them politics. He was there with his Shagari. The benefit we got from him was to advise Shagari on political matters to allow Nwachukwu to come back. That's the benefit we got there. But their voice wasn't working to protect this very land. Ebutu Kiwe was the deputy to Babangida. His voice was not protecting us. Since then, they have been coming. What of Onagoro was also a minister under Abacha. What of Onagoro? From Imo, he was. Then, do you know we have Evangelist? He was the Senate president. His voice wasn't working. Adolphus Mwaba was a Senate president. His voice wasn't working. Bayosanya, he was a Senate president. His voice wasn't working. It doesn't defend us. What are their names? Ken Ndamani was also a Senate president. His voice wasn't working. What are their names? What is the name of the other one? Chuba Kadimbo, I have mentioned, was also a Senate president here. Was his voice protecting us? The answer is no. The only voice working is the voice of Ipob. Then somebody came. He said the voice will be destroyed. Hey, Ipob media warriors, I give them 2 weeks. Hey, October, they will know more. They will not go to meeting. Hey, February 27, Radio Biafra will stop broadcasting. February, I will end Ipob leadership. And we are jumping. Then you are a fool. You are an idiot. When after telling you how Ottoman Danfodio came, how the northern land was conquered by Fulani, they now wrote the same thing and gave to Nelly and Simon Eba. And you accepted it, even as the history had been told to you. How did he come? I am a teacher. How did they send Simon? I do exposition. The same teaching. How did they send him? I am doing exposition. Who gave him information for exposition? Fulani. And he gave Kuremado. What did they give to him? Their northern brothers and some things so that he will talk to attract us to come closer. Who recommended Simon to our leader? Nelly of Ebu. Who now told our leader to talk about, to come and be interviewed on Simon's platform? Nelly of Ebu. Who have been disturbing our leader with Idu? Nelly of Ebu. Now let us move. Are you ever going to hear? Thank you. Onye nyere unu nsogbu. Anyị lele onye na-enwe amamihe nwoke dị is an ordinary. Onye m ga-enye ya Ipob family member. Ọwụ ndị na-anọla m n'akụkụ. Nye ya ofu Ipob family member na one of the state. Onwe state ọwụ ebe ọwụ a member is qualified. A member before you want a member na that state na dey qualified to be a state coordinator chiri ike. Ebe a ka m ga-eshi wefutere gị ofu onye onwe steeti ọwụ ebe anyị na-eshi enyere other people aka. Onwe steeti ebe she build other state in Biafra land. He picked off on your dear. Got to another state. Get who know they qualified to be a state coordinator. Eba kam ge shipota ofu onye nyege. I confront mu ege mata. Talk more of mu eje ajemba. Engineer mo no gi na agwa gi no ihe a ga-eme. Ka emere eme. Ndị emere eme ka a na-agwa gị. Awụ ihe a na-akọ akụkọ ọnụ. Ndị emere eme. Awụ ihe Simon mere. Ihe mụ ha mere. Na-abịa akọrọ m ana-achọ ịkọrọ gị akụkọ ifo. We move. So now, after their agenda have failed, have Catriona Line not surfaced? How did she surface? They are meeting with British, with the Malami, to finally confront IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu's date of court, 18th and 26th of May, with this propaganda. Okay? When you tell Nigeria that Nigerian army kills their own people, Nigerian army set their armies up, Nigerian army killed their own army in Biafra land, Nigerian DSS killed Nigerian army, Nigerian DSS killed themselves in order to implicate IPOB. Nigeria, imagine northerners that formed Boko Haram, formed different terrorist organizations that will be killing their people in order to push Jonathan away. So you think they cannot kill a couple? People that have been terrorizing their land, people that have their terrorists have killed their army chief. Terrorists they planted, they killed Atahiru. Isn't it? So killing a couple to sacrifice in order to tarnish the image of IPOB. So is it a big deal? I am asking you, the northern leaders that bomb their states, people that constitute nuisance in their places, people that are killing their own people, so they cannot kill a couple to implicate IPOB. Then you are joking. Then you are dreaming. You are supposed to be a child. They kill their army. They set up their army with terrorists. They kill their army in desert. They kill their army. They confuse their army. The terrorists attack their army base in the north. They attack their camps. They even send their army and their police to attack police station and call it unknown gunmen. So what is the big deal in Nigerian army or DSS killing a couple, as they said? As for everything they do is propaganda, as they said. And somebody will now be thinking, are you foolish? Who attacks police station? Nigerian DSS and the army. Who are they? Who they kill? Okay, there is some non-government. Okay, who have been killing Nigerian army in the north? I'm asking, have they done anything? Okay, I ask you. Fulani that they sent to occupy your land, what did they say? Give them your land, grazing bill. So, do they value human beings? So, people that sacrifice you, northerners that sacrifice you because of cow to occupy your land, they now send terrorists with arms to kill you. Can't they kill couples so that they can destroy the IPOB that stop them from taking over the lands of the south? So, don't you know that Nwachukwu told Jonathan that the northerners can burn down the whole of Abuja in order to kill Jonathan? That he should stop sleeping in the north. Nwachukwu asked him to sleep in Enugu. And Jonathan start going to work from Enugu. So people that you know that can kill, okay now, did you not see how they allowed terrorists to be advancing into Abuja? The federal capital territory. So, what is it to compare with the couple? That if they kill the couple and they can tarnish the image of IPOB, then I ask you, is it a big deal? People that kill their own in the north, in order to tarnish, to remove Jonathan, can't they kill the couple? They are still going to attack army barracks in Biafra land and call it IPOB. Listen now, they are killing police. Igbo policemen in police station, they target on non-gunmen. And they kill a couple, they target and you are jumping up because you are vanguard vagabond. Okay? New vagabond, vanguard, okay? Because of that, all of you will deal with you. Think we are joking here. We are in our land. Run away where? Our people in abroad, they did not run away. Our God sent them there. Because during 67 to 70, we could not be able to protest in Germany. Few of us and few white men supported us in USA, right? Bruce Fenn did, what is it? Bruce Merrock did his own. But today, IPOB can call for a protest in 100 countries. I don't want to include the more 30 or for something. And if IPOB call for a time, a single time, the same time, they will march. At the same time, tell me, was it able to be achieved then? The answer is no. So don't call our people in abroad cowards. They did not run away. Moreover, they want to come back and fight. But the leadership is holding them. Time have not come. So their being there is divinely projected. So thinking that we will leave this land for you is a lie. We that are here are divinely projected. Those in abroad are undefeatable. Ask the UK government now. All their diplomatic moves against IPOB in different countries, did it work? The answer is no. Where do they finally landed? Nigerian media, the lowest level. The lowest level of the downfall of the British. Nigerian media is where you finally land. When the BBC, Igbo and Pidgin cannot do anything, you finally land on Nigerian media that IPOB have destroyed. Then I ask you, what is your weakness? IPOB in abroad. All their petitions are in different tables in the world. Their exhibitions of Biafra killings are in different tables in the world. And they are protesting in the front of different government and bodies in the world. It automatically counters every allegation from the British against us in any government table, on any government's table. Do you see how we fight them? But they ask them, shoot your gun now. I say you are a fool. Before the British arrives to any government, our petition is there. Our exhibition is there. And we are also protesting. Was it possible for you to achieve? That is your ignorance because you don't know what we are doing. You think you can fight them with a gun. Who are you fighting? Are you fighting Shell with a gun? Are you fighting Ajib? Are you fighting Islam? Are you fighting Mobile? Are you fighting African Petroleum? I'm asking you. Why not DSS custody no? It can give attack. Our leader. Two options: either you go with the gun or you go through court. IPOB leadership to choose court, and they are going through court. We are not afraid. We have never been absent in the court. And you say you choose gun, go to DSS. Oh, they share me two options. Not in Olu, not in Enugu, not in Abia. I told you, stop this thing. In a giving. Our leader said that we want to see the scenario of Somalia, the scenario of Syria, the scenario of Yemen in the damnable northern part of the damnable Republic of the Sioux. Not in Owerri, not in Olu, not in Enugu, not in Anambra. That's what he's saying. I'm saying, our leader must be free. DSS. That's where we choose. We are not afraid to go to court. Two options to free him: court or gun. You choose gun. We choose court. Why not use your own? You know, it's a date of court time. What's your business with date of court? What is the business of somebody that is having gun with the date of court? What is your business with report from lawyers about our leader? You have nothing. All your meeting will gathering is you don't watch over film. That if you want to achieve it with gun, because our leader was not captured in a gun battle, would have gone and gone, but you choose gun. Why are you killing our people? And when you kill, you don't answer the name. You don't take that's my anger. Newspaper will call IPOB when we did not do. You say you have morale. Why don't you tell them I shoot in their body? I send them. You don't say you're a criminal, you're a thief. A freedom fighter doesn't hide. How do you hide? You broadcast. Then you don't come open to claim responsibilities of your clan. How do they now locate you? If they discover that your actions is the one they should obey, where is your face? You don't show your identity. You don't tell them what you do. Then how do they locate you? You have to take responsibilities of your crime. So that if they check that it is affecting them, they will now plan to meet you. Then now you don't have address. How do they know it is effective? Does IPOB hide? No. So that when you want to meet us, you will know that we have address. anyị ji mmadụ n'ala a na-akọkwa na asịrị kpọta Zik ka m laa ya n'iyi wit skuul ahụ ọ gara ọkwa Biafra ọ Naijiria ka ọ na-akpa ọ ga-emeri m ọ bụrụ fọ ịkpa Biafra Zik epruvuru m ihe mere Biafra na aga adị ọwashi Zik a ga-epruvu nwe ị ga-epruvu ị ga-akọnwụ otu Naijiria ga ihe ị chọrọ ibu n'obi. Why is it that those Ohaneze that knew Zik, that is called with Zik, they could not be able to convince us today? Are they different from Zik? Is their Zik brain different from them? They are still living now, so they should convince us. The same thing with Zik. If Zik is here, he cannot convince us. We'll deal with you decisively in IPOB way. Thank you. I take a program. This program I go far. Hey, we have run it almost 3 hours. It's over 2 hours and. Thank you. I am going to hack in another emergency broadcast. Nonsense. You need to cash. IPOB na manage one agenda 2 years. 2 years. You know that under 6 months, under 3 months, you went. You know that IPOB is above any dash. Do you know how long we guide one agenda? Nigeria agree, we guide it. We guide it 1 year, I got 2 years, I guide there. I will stop internal revenue. I will implement Tuesday sit at home, Wednesday sit at home, Sunday sit at home. And 15 December, Nigeria is not released. Nigeria will go on flame. Mad people. After if you hang on Monday sit at home, that we campaign for, we share flyers, we pasted posters. And it was announced on Radio Biafra, a divine platform. God will sign it. But you did not enforce Tuesday. You did not enforce Monday, Friday. You did not enforce Sunday. You are enforcing Monday. Then you are on another agenda. You are on an agenda. And we will pin you with the agenda and destroy you with the agenda. Emergency. Each and I want the not. They gave you exposition. You draw attention. Akwaya? Abia say the same thing Amadu Bello, Ottoman and Fodioku. I'm a teacher. I'm a Catholic. I do exposition and I am an army. I'm in Finland. All the same thing with Ottoman and Fodi. I am a teacher. I'm a Catholic. Your own, I do exposition. Right? And I'm army in Finland. Look where youth copper. Israel, you youth copper na Israel. Ichakwa army, akwa army. Gabe kwa giriwe. Next one, give you those kuzuwezere and the umu nde sene na chinama and the new teacher. Kuzuwezere ha Islam. Kuzuwezere ha don't was against that parents. Is it not what you started doing? As Fulani wrote and Katrina Line, Nigerian Army and Fulani wrote and gave to you, Simon. You started telling us, hey, the leadership is evil. They are devilish. Is it not what Ottoman and Fodio told the children of the Northerners so that they can hate their parents? So you started turning our people against our parents, which are IPOB leadership. The same pattern. But our people said they read the history. It will not happen on us. But when they used Simon, Nelly, and Co., they landed it on us. Did you not believe? You fall into it. That's why I made my apology, because I never fall. I never fall. And when I fall, a change in the I stand. Since how many months? Before I had that. I have been on Kuzu and I'm a shift. Let us offer the mother for I can. Before the bam, Nandine Susan, Ndine Suda guy, Simon, I believe. See, I'm a Lucifer, but I'm danger lotto. Oga, or Lucifer, Banja lotto. Unless they go Mitchell. Oga, Shebapo. I argument anyị ji abịakwuru obere ihe. Answer wụ very simple. Ị gawa izuzuru chi ebe a pụọ. Ichere anyị na-asị na-ekwe m, ichere anyị na-eme ekwe m. Director sị ekweghị m awụ argument. Ekweghị m awụ argument. Ọga, you are making noise. A na-akpọ ya public nuisance. Ọ ihe ị na-eme. Thank you. Chai, I will be rounding up. I'm preserved to one data man. But I mean a full force. You can have my line anytime. What I'm saying, remember you that to make another any agenda now come line. You maybe come name with data. I will deal with them. Cadron line, oh, Madly low, me wonish in the police. I'm in Biafra and I'm a homeland broadcaster. Okay, Maggie, need that one later. I got here and broadcast. Now, what can I know here? Okay, you don't know. And they say, okay, all of you don't know. Okay. I have marked Ishuguzrum. I mark him out. You should not give press release when we bank out. Honestly, don't give press release because he did not issue press release on his own massacre. He don't issue press release in Ogo massacre and bullshitting by Nigerian army. All the killings in all, do you issue press release? Don't issue press release when we bank out. That's why we campaign for it now. You don't see how they are quiet. Can they mean you know? I am like that. That we must utilize this opportunity very well. In our opportunity of war. Kachineke divert because some of them they can't get one. Okay, one month or down. Instead of any out of bomb here, Chineke divert you to. So you be diligent, careful, and the perseverance indeed. The key of the progress and the success of IPOB in this struggle is perseverance. A coward, you are talking, you are not doing anything. Now they cannot name. If we need action, director say, do you have AK-47? Or you take your AK-47, start action. For that second, yeah, well, let us say, if you have a comment in here, I'm sending my dog you too. Our leader say, if you know what you do, and the Biafra will come, you do it. And the UTM4 was doing for Biafra to come. Why did our leader expel him? Obidio was doing for Biafra to come. Why was he expelled? Wazirike was doing for Biafra to come. Why didn't Nnamdi leave him with the Masom? Hey, if you don't got it, Biafra, you're a criminal, you're a thief. Okay? You're a thief. So if your child know what you do to learn from the teacher, so if you go and start slapping the teacher, it is what he will do for Biafra to come. Okay? That is what she will do to learn, to be educated. Onyara. I command. Central command that Nigeria attacked immediately. They started the genocide. 1967 by creating what is it called? River State. Central command they tried to destroy it now and they are jumping up. Hey Simon. Chineke bo gene izuru logo. Unu niile. 1970, they created Imo, created the Anambra. They were destroying the Central Command. They gave you Akwa Ibom, 1987. Isn't it? They gave you Enugu and Abia, 1991. They gave you Ebonyi, 1996. They gave you Bayelsa. Isn't it? After giving you, if you ask for Biafra, I say no. Akwa Ibom said they are not Biafra. Then after now they can have returned one central command that Ojukwu used to move. You now come and say, hey, Zanaba is the second command. Chileke Pogin is Ulogoku. Unyoshi. Chileke Puno. Mad people. Each and I studied Chabe Henda. Each and I am Malite. So after we are the victim of Osa Abiola. Abiola and the Tofa contested. Who were the victim? Biafrans. So after all this study, we will now fall into their trap. So what is the essence of our 50 years endurance from 1970 till now? Enduring the killing because we have no voice. We were enduring and the gathering. So you think we can gather and do mistakes, silly mistake? We cannot. We cannot too. People must live on this land. And people will die to secure the land. Have you not been on our national anthem? Go there now, read it. No, don't sing it as a national anthem. Read it. Read it now. You know what we are doing. And where to die is a privilege. Privilege, you, not your right. Right to die for Biafra. Do you know how divine Biafra is? Die for Biafra is a privilege. What did Nelly of Ebu told you? If you die for Biafra, you die for nothing. Then what did Simon tell you? We'll continue to work with Nelly of Ebu. And do you see how we destroyed them? Strong argument. Please, I will shut the program down, please. Our people should pardon me. I will be bringing it to an end at this very point in time. We thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your understanding. Mostly, we return it to Chukwu Abiyama, who has given us his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which he gave to the 3 Jewish captivities in the land of Babylon. The Bible said that they were cunning in wisdom, understanding, and excellent knowledge. And today you have given it among us. We are grateful to you, Chukwu Abiyama. IPOB have been a special weapon in your hand to fight the evil both in abroad, both anywhere in the world. Continue to sustain IPOB, assist them in your own manner that will always bring glory to your name. Do not put us in shame. Our leader will always be victorious, and that always extend to every members of IPOB. We will always be victorious in every angles and aspects of our lives, for indicating in this very kind of battle that we are confronting the world. The globe, it is a global conspiracy. Chukwu Abiyama, you are aware. You have dismantled them and you have gathered IPOB. And today they are calling our name, which was forbidden before them when we were starting. But today, in all their papers, in all their meetings, in all their gatherings, in all their conferences, in all their letters, in all their petitions, in all their lamentations, whether on security aspects of economy or anything, they must mention IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu or Biafra. But these 3 names were forbidden. And we honor you, Chukwu Abiyama, for that. We did not know how it happened, but you started it. We thank you that in the end, you alone be glorified. In your name, Chi, Uku, Okike, Abia, Amara, Pro, Ime, Ihenile, we have prayed. He said, thank you. 2 platforms. That's where we come live from. IPOB Evangelist and IPOB Evangelist MaziMaduabuchi. Oh, Eban Kaisha Biala, Fiana the Biafran Times, London, under IPOB. Thank you. From me, the fellow IPOB Evangelist MaziMaduabuchi Nwachukwu, and from here, our homeland studio, right here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I say, good evening